Super Bowl. It is here. This is our last show of the season. I have loved every single second of this show. I am joined by my friends, Andrew Hawkins, Cynthia Freeland, Greg Rosenthal. Guys, it's a little bit bittersweet today.
Sad, right?
I don't know. Hawk doesn't seem too bitter about it. I think he is ready to get to Monday, but we're excited about this game.
Yes, we all deserve a nice break after this, but we got to talk about this game. We are going to be breaking it down for the next hour. Plenty to get to on Super Bowl 56, so let's really break this thing down, starting on the offensive side of the ball. Hawk, who are you watching?
I am watching Joe Mixon in this game. Now, everyone knows how great the pass rush is for the Los Angeles Rams, and that's the biggest question mark for the Bengals. Are they going to be able to mitigate that rush so Joe Burrow can work? Well, how do you do that? Joe Mixon. You move the protection. Joe Mixon's going to be important in the pass game protection. He's also going to be important in the running game, and more importantly, a lot of those quick passes so that Joe Burrow can get the ball out of his hands. I think Mixon is an underrated running back. I think he's a top 5 running back and has been for a very long time.
Love it.
So I cannot wait to see him on the big stage to show up big.
What a big year. Cynthia, who do you like?
I'm actually looking at Odell Beckham Jr. in this matchup. We all know Cooper Kupp, the Offensive Player of the Year, but Odell Beckham Jr. has kind of, not sneaky, that's Greg's segment, but ultimately sneaky been kind of this X factor with 113 receiving yards in the last matchup to get them to the Super Bowl. But also the coverages he's drawing away so that Cooper Kupp can also get open. So for me, I think an Odell Beckham touchdown might be undervalued. So maybe there's some value there. I think that's a good one.
I really feel like he's just living a movie.
Yeah, and I think, like, you know, I think he's like, oh, now it's Super Bowl time. I'm Super Bowl end zone. I think he's got his dance ready.
Browns fans will not be happy if Odell Beckham is the MVP at the end of this game.
I actually am kind of happy for him. I am kind of happy for him.
I shouldn't have spoken for you.
Well, you really shouldn't. Do you want to dive into
I'm
this,
happy
Greg?
for him, too. I love Odell. I think he's a baller, and I think he deserves all the world. I've always been a big OBJ fan.
There you go. We're good people, Greg.
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy for him, too. I think it'd be the
Rachel.
best ending ever, but not everyone in
I chose
Cleveland
him, so clearly I like it.
big hearts.
Generalizing our
Greg,
whole
who are
fan
you
base.
watching on offense?
I'm watching Matthew Stafford, who's going to be throwing to Odell Beckham, and the reason he's gotten to Beckham in this postseason is because he looks at through all of his reads. It's been a different Matthew Stafford. I've always wanted to do the thing where you say freeze, and see, my timing was off here.
It was off. You
Watch
missed it.
where Cooper Kupp is when it was frozen. He gets ready to throw that ball about 3 steps before Cooper Kupp is even making the break on his route. The anticipation and the timing and the flow that Matthew Stafford is in right now is almost unguardable. I mean, some of those throws, there's no way what you're doing to Cooper Kupp or Odell Beckham that you can stop him. I think it's been a different Stafford in the playoffs than we saw in the regular season.
Wow, wow, wow. I think you got to work on your freeze timing there.
I was
the whole
I love that he
offseason to
went for it.
practice. Yeah, the whole offseason
I'm
practice.
so disappointed.
Over to the defensive side of the ball. Greg, who are you watching in Super Bowl 56?
I'm going to be watching Greg Gaines and A'Shawn Robinson. Now, bear with me a little bit. This Bengals defensive line, or offensive line, rather, is going to have to give extra protection to Aaron Donald. They're going to have to stop Von Miller. But if they start losing the one-on-one battles to Gaines and Robinson, and by the way, offensive lines all over the NFC have been, then it's a wrap. Like, if they are winning their one-on-one matchups, and they have been so often, Gaines has been great, especially against the pass. Robinson is great against the run. If they cause havoc against an interior line in Cincinnati that they haven't really coached up very well, the front office hasn't really fixed the problem. They're winning despite their offensive line and the problems they've had the last 3 years, then it's going to be a really long day for the Bengals.
Ooh, Cynthia.
Well, I'm kind of piggybacking off of that because I'm looking at Jalen Ramsey. I'm actually looking at all of the quarterbacks and defensive backs in this matchup, but specifically Ramsey. Is he going to travel against Jamar Chase? Is he not? This is the big
This is
question.
jazz music. Why are you already going to do jazz?
Cynthia's done a lot of shows this week. That's what that is.
I think I hear jazz music. You guys don't hear that?
Oh, I think you're just tired.
Whatever. The jazz music works every single time. It always works. Freeze! Oh, wait, no, I don't.
I'm going to be
But look,
regretting that for 6
No,
months.
I really liked it. It was great. Okay, ultimately, when you look at Jalen Ramsey, is he going to match up against Jamar Chase? But then again, will T. Higgins be available if he does match up against Chase? What I'm really interested in to see is how Jalen Ramsey fares when they play like quarters, when they're using 2 safety shells, because that's where we've seen Joe Burrow have some lesser than perfect. And I'm not saying that to be, you know, sometimes I say that and I like mean that they're not good at it. I'm actually meaning like lesser than perfect because he's so good at it in general.
Right.
But I'm really interested to see what happens with Ramsey in those higher pressure situations.
Hawk, who are you going with?
I'm going with Aaron Donald. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of him.
No, actually, up and coming.
It's weird that I was last.
What number does he wear?
I'm gonna write that
Somehow
down.
he's still on the board.
Aaron Donald.
He is the best, not just defender, not D lineman. He is the best football player in the National Football League. And this is not a situation where this is bulletin board material for the Bengals. It doesn't matter how motivated you are. He is going to get his plays off. You have to game plan him. You have to help your quarterback out. You have to help your offensive line out. But he is a guy that wreaks havoc, and I think this game will actually hinge on how much havoc he wreaks that if the Bengals or the Rams come away with the W.
Well, this game is so close, so I feel like there's a lot of X factors that are going to separate these two teams on who is going to win Super Bowl 56. So let's talk about those X factors. I am going to go first, and I'm going to say the Rams pregame routine. I know that this is a little bit different, but listen,
Yeah,
the Bengals are actually technically the home team, all right? It's the
Okay.
Super Bowl. The Rams don't get the whose house, Rams house, first down, all of the sound that gets pumped into this situation. Sean McVay doesn't even have his parking spot on Sunday.
That's rude.
It is a little bit rude. Andrew Whitworth, Walter Payton Man of the Year, by the way. Congrats to him.
Congrats to Whit. Love you, bro.
He is amazing. He was saying that it could be great to play at home, but only if we do it right. You got to stick to your morning routine. You got to keep things the same. It's like somebody moving into your house.
Right, we don't have our parking spots either on Sunday.
Whose house is not our
It's
house
very
anymore?
hurtful.
That's what my X factor is.
Airbnb for the Bengals. That's weird. X Factor. T. Higgins. I think this is the guy. I mean, Cynthia talked about whether Jalen will match on Jamar Chase. I don't think he can. And if he does, they're going to leave T. Higgins over there. T. Higgins is a #1 receiver. Like I said before on this show, he's the reason why the Bengals felt comfortable moving on from A.J. Green and why Burrow is so good, because you can't take one guy away. They have Mixon. They have Chase. They have T.J. down the middle, Tyler Boyd down the middle. And I think that T. Higgins is going to go off if they decide to match Jalen on Jamar Chase and leave him out there, just like we've seen him do against the Kansas City Chiefs.
Cynthia.
Well, you talked about Joe Mixon. Well, I'm going to add on there because really his use in the pass-catching game is really interesting in this one for me because C.J. Uzomah, whether or not he plays, he's injured. He's not 100%. So they're going to need those shorter passes, the flat, the options, bubble screens, like things that are going to get those like approximate a run, get away from Aaron Donald, get away from Von Miller situations. So if Joe Mixon can be useful in all of those different looks and all the different ways he's going to be asked to step up, especially if there's no help at the tight end position, he's going to be the difference maker.
I gotta say, CJ did have an incredible video at their pep rally where he pulled off of his knee brace and like threw it into the crowd. Greg, who's your X factor? What are you going with?
WWE stuff. I loved it. I am going with Zach Taylor's aggressiveness. I think there's a couple ways they can play this. They can play like they did against the Chiefs. Very conservative. 6, 7-man offensive lines, running early downs, heavy protection. Very conservative. Or they can do what they did against the Titans. Joe Burrow doing what he does best, back in empty, 5 guys on the offensive line. He winds up getting sacked 9 times. Neither solution is perfect, but I think Zach Taylor's going to have to let Joe Burrow be Joe Burrow ultimately, take the risk, deal with him going up against that Rams pass rush, and hope he can make the first guy miss. That's what he needs.
All right, guys, I think it is time. Super Bowl 56, Rams, Bengals, 1 game. For all the marbles, actually, we've got like 45 minutes left in the show. You guys want to wait? You guys want to wait to like make our picks?
We should probably.
No, my pick is just kidding.
No.
Sorry, kids.
You're gonna have to stick around for those. More game debut coming up. Don't go anywhere.
The tease.
The tease.
Like, why didn't they pick the game? I can hear my kids saying it. I want to know.
Oh, Dad, they got us.
back to throw. Here comes the rush. Steps up, Burrow takes off and runs. He's got the first down. Joe Burrow is ready. Rolling out to the right. Burrow throws it toward the back of the end zone. Boyd leaps. He makes the catch. Shotgun snap to Burrow. Throws it into the end zone for Chase. He leaps. He's got it. Touchdown. Bengals.
That is unbelievable.
Unbelievable. Time for Proper Performances presented by Intuit TurboTax Live. Lots of focus on individual performances in Super Bowl 56. Cynthia Freeland, what is a quarterback prop that you
Use my full name here. Okay,
Cynthia Rosanna Freeland.
It actually is Rose. Cynthia
No
Rose.
way.
Yep,
I
Rose.
literally just guessed that.
Wow.
You should definitely take this next note.
I'm going
and
to predict.
Make sure.
Game debut magic. Just end the show right here.
Look, this might be my favorite situation to monitor for any player in anything in this game, and that's that Joe Burrow is going to have more than 10.5 rushing yards.
I like that.
This one is very, very certain in my model. If you look to see in the AFC Championship game alone, he had 3 rushes for 26 yards. That's an 8.7 yard average on quarterback scrambles. The next gen stats help me out with that one. Those were all third down conversions. I also like the fact that they play quarters, they're getting coverage, and then they've got pressure, so Burrow's going to have to make it happen. What do you guys think?
Well, I wonder why it's so low with all the information you just said. Is it because Aaron Donald is on the field and they're like, he'll find you and he will
Probably.
hurt you?
Because if you average it out over the course of the season, that's about right. But it's a different Joe Burrow right now in the playoffs.
That's true.
Joe Burrow is running. I feel like their season changed around week 10 or 11 when he felt totally comfortable in that knee.
Also, Joe Burrow was just sacked like 9 times. I feel like he's
Run.
not afraid of anything anymore.
I'm not afraid of going with a Joe Burrow prop either. I'm going over 24.5 pass completions. How do you beat a great pass rush? You get rid of the ball quickly. I think they'll do some of what the 49ers did in terms of getting the ball out of their quarterback's hands, moving the pocket, short passes. That's where the Rams are weak over the middle. Their linebackers, I think we see a lot of Tyler Boyd in this game, and Joe Burrow not holding on to the ball, and that means a high volume of pass completions. We're all about Burrow today.
We are. You know, Hawk, you're like the king of style. What do you think he rolls?
Wow. And could we say that again? Because
You're the king of style.
I didn't know that. That's awesome.
What do you think Joe Burrow rolls up with? Because I feel like that's going to be a really big indicator if he's going to
like-
ball out or not.
You did break out like a Super Bowl
Okay, I
jacket.
regret this instantly. I regret saying this. What is this?
Does it matter, Rachel? As long as I'm in the building.
This was a bad choice by me. All right, let's move on to wide receivers. Cynthia, who do you like?
What? Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like Jamar Chase to have more than 5.5 receptions. How am I expected to talk right now?
I'm sorry.
Hawkins doing this craziness. Look, when I look at Chase and I look where he's been lining up, he traveled more into the slot. He's been using multiple different looks. And you see, PFF shows that the Rams have played 502 coverage snaps and off coverage, that meaning no players in press. That's the most in the NFL, including the playoffs. And by the way, Jamar Chase averages 8.7 yards per target on short passes. That's a next-gen stat. That's the most in the NFL. So I think this is a situation where at least 6 catches seems like a very, very high probability.
I like that. Hawk, who's your wide receiver?
I like that too. I also like that we're doing a lot of Bengals talk so far in this show. Even though we haven't set our picks yet.
There we go.
I'm gonna go to
And
the
then
other
you
side
pick
of
a
the field.
Ram.
I gotta
I like it.
balance it out. OBJ for
I like
anytime touchdown.
Like it.
He is going to score. He's done that really well in Los Angeles. Cynthia talked about the job that he has done, taking extra coverage away from Cooper Kupp and allowing Matt Stafford to have those options across the board, have the flexibility. He's versatile, especially when they get in the red zone. OBJ is going to score, and we're going to see a really, really dope celebration on Super Bowl Sunday that everyone's going to retweet, share, virality, all that.
All that stuff.
Yes.
He's been so fun to watch.
He probably cooked up Eli Apple in some Giants practices over the years, way back. He's used to doing it.
Ooh, I like that.
Let's talk about running backs, Cynthia. Who do you got?
Okay, so I'm looking at Joe Mixon in this matchup, and it's 88.5 scrimmage yards. So I think all of those yards together, those short passes and the rush yards, I even think you could go for 88.5 just rushing, but I think 88.5 when it's scrimmage yards is going to be something really interesting. If you look to see, the Rams, they play a light box, which means they don't stop the run. They're trying to stop the pass 57.7% of the time. That's the second highest rate behind the Packers, including the playoffs this season. And Mixon ranks 4th in the NFL with 693 rush yards against the light box. That also includes the playoffs. So I think this is a situation where you're going to have a lot of Mixon.
And I am right there with you. Let's keep this Mixon train going. I have got Joe Mixon will score a touchdown anytime. I think we all kind of had something to do with Joe Mixon today, right? I found a very interesting little nugget. Since he is 6-0 in Mixon's 6 best rushing performances during the regular season and playoffs combined.
I like that all of our proper performances kind of harmonize together, much like
That means they're all gonna be
Hawk
wrong.
outfit, you know?
Yeah, it just comes together.
Let's just stay away from the Hawk
King.
outfits. Let's just look at what happens to his face. I don't even know what
We
that
did
is.
used to show his modeling
not even in the
shots.
frame.
Maybe we can get
Don't
those
rub your hands.
Instagram
Sorry.
modeling shots he did.
Oh,
And now you're equally not in the frame.
I'm going to work on this.
We're going to work on this. We're going to get to some game picks. Not ours just yet, but more is on the way. Don't go anywhere. Oh.
What's up, everybody? It is Ricky Hollywood, a.k.a. Erica Tamposi from the Split Ends podcast, and I'm here on the red carpet of NFL honors. And there's going to be a lot of famous people here, more famous than me, so let's have them pick the game. Who do you have winning the game this weekend?
It's a great question. I'm not going to make any
You're
any
not going to have a
picks.
pick?
No.
Okay, who do you want to lose this weekend?
I'm not going to give you that either.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Well, the thing is, I'm from Cincinnati, so
Oh, okay.
being from Cincinnati, I got to root for the Bengals. That's a hometown team, so I'd love to see them win a Super Bowl.
I got to go with the Rams.
Okay, really? Not this Joe Burrow magic's not stressing you out at all?
I love Joe Burrow. The Rams star players could give the Bengals some matchups problems schematically.
Definitely. Who are you picking to win in this game?
Well, I got a friend on the Bengals, so I got to pick for them.
Okay.
You know, it's just one of those things. You're just like, I got to support you.
The great thing is I get
Oh,
to coach.
come on.
I
Come
know.
on. You got to pick.
I'm not going to pick.
Yeah, is that like PR?
Have you never seen our press conferences
Never.
on Tennessee?
Never.
You
I'm
should
not
watch
watching
them.
that.
You should watch them. They
Yeah.
stink.
I've had a lot of thoughts on the game. Personally, I think the Rams will win, just because there's, their talent alone is incredible, but they do play hard and they play together. So
I'm torn in between because I played college football at the University of Cincinnati, so I
Right.
got Cincinnati ties, and on top of that, I know a lot of people on the Rams. I got a lot of friendships on the Rams, so I'm in between both of them.
Rams 27, Bengals 20.
Wow, by a whole touchdown.
A whole touchdown. That's how good this game is going to be.
All right.
Tune in, you don't want to miss it.
We'll see. Well, there you have it. So now it's officially set in stone who's going to win the big game on Sunday. Back to you, Game Day View.
Man.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, happy birthday to Ricky Hollywood, by the way.
Great
she was
job.
wearing the
Birthday, Ricky.
cape. She killed that.
Absolutely.
I can't believe she
killed
kept
it.
it together talking to Mac Jones.
I like that with the Vrabel that she was like, I don't watch that.
She
He's
kept
like,
it
don't.
real.
It's boring.
Also, shout out
great.
Tori Holt, because now I'm sold. I'm definitely watching this game now.
I know.
Oh, okay,
It was
yeah, you weren't
really-
going
that's
to
what-
before, but
He's like, I want to miss this. I'm like, all right,
shout out
fine.
to him. All right, next on Game Debut, how many points will be scored in Super Bowl 56? Find out after the break in More or Less.
Hey man, there's nowhere else I'd rather be than in this circle with this group. 1 game away, 4 quarters away.
It is no fluke.
I gotta get mad.
It is a fact.
Let's make that dream a reality.
The Los Angeles Rams and the Cincinnati Bengals in the Super Bowl.
Burrow back to throw. It is
Oh,
by
baby!
Higgins.
Unreal!
T. Higgins.
Oh, what a catch by Cobb! A stop to the Triple Crown winner!
One of the top-rated defenses, one of the greatest defensive players of all time.
It's Donald again.
Burrow fires. Chase reels it in.
They got an underdog. Big upset coming. Worked so hard throughout the year to get to this point.
This is a game of heavyweights.
Finish it, let's finish it. Y'all know what time it is. Here we go, baby. Be relentless.
Y'all getting the show out of this, huh?
Let's just enjoy this.
All right, let's talk about the point total in Super Bowl 56 in more or less. All right, here is the story. Right now, the total for Super Bowl 56 is 48.5 points. I'm going to start with you, Greg. Are you saying more or less?
I am saying less, and I feel good about this one. If I could write it down, I would, and I was the winner of Write This Down, the segment, since it's gone.
Oh, everybody tracked that.
Everyone should be paying attention to the style of this game. I am confident because I think both defenses are going to be as conservative as possible. Back up the coverage, invite the other team to run, and both head coaches, I think, will take that. They'll run 5-6 yards at a time. There won't be a lot of possessions. There will be some stops in the red zone that maybe doesn't lead to the most exciting game in the world, but it doesn't lead to a lot of possessions. I think it's going to be a lot more low scoring than people expect.
That's bad.
What do you think?
More.
Ooh, oh no.
More.
Me like it.
I think there's going to be big plays in this one. We've seen, if you look over the past few games just especially, what does Jamar Chase do well? Oh, he wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. But why? Because of big plays. Those big plays are game-changing plays. That's how you score touchdowns. What does Cooper Kupp do well? Oh, he wins Offensive Player of the Year. Well, that's also on big plays. How does it happen? Both teams are big playmaking machines. So when I look to see this one, it's more.
I like it.
I like it.
More points, more.
I love it. I'm going more too. I'm with Cynthia. A lot of big playability from
mine out there.
the receivers, as well as big playability from the quarterbacks. The Bengals are averaging 29.4 points per game in the last 5 games. The Rams are averaging 25.4. More importantly, the Rams defense is letting up 21 points a game. So, yeah, I think these offenses are going to come out smoking, specifically the Rams start off early, and then the Bengals join the party a little later in the game. What you got for me, Rachel?
Yeah.
I'm going more. Come on, Greg.
Is a loser.
It's like, oh, you saved the big not reveal for the season finale.
Greg, listen, I know we got Aaron Donald, you got Von Miller, you got Lou Anarumo making some plays for the Bengals defense. I know, but like these two just said, too many offensive weapons that are just going to be a joy to watch at SoFi Stadium. I feel like the last few years we haven't had an explosive offensive performance in the Super Bowl, and this is we could get that here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you like saying their name more than Lou Anarumo?
No.
It's her favorite. I swear. It's her favorite, I think.
There's also no graphic I like more than seeing that Just Greg graphic one last time.
And do the horn again.
Just Greg Nation is out there. The Gregors are going under. They love it.
Just Greg Nation.
Gregors. The Just Gregors.
You need to trademark that, I think.
I will.
The Just Gregors, they're going wild.
Okay, guys, as we inch closer to kickoff on Super Bowl Sunday, I felt it was important that we recognize, nay, celebrate the man with the most Lombardis. Tom Brady called it a career, we think. And to make him truly feel the love, I made a call to some of his best friends. So take a look.
Okay, let me just get signed on here. Oh, there he is. Can you hear me? There he is, man of the hour. Happy retirement, Tom Brady. Tom, thank you so much for letting me host your retirement party. It's really nice of you. How does it feel?
Yeah, I think it's pretty cool. You know, just football's just been a very important part of my life for a long time, 30 years.
Well, today is all about you. We're going to celebrate you. I invited a bunch of your friends. And they're actually just starting to arrive. Let me let this first one in here. Here he is, Julian Edelman, baby. Jules, would you like to say a few words? I know you guys have been friends for so long.
I can remember like it was yesterday when it was when I was a rookie. And, now, time flies when you're having fun, and he's a specimen for sure. When you first meet him, just his stature. The dude is large.
Oh, that's so nice. Okay, who do we have next? Let me let him in here. Rob Gronkowski. Thank you for joining us, Gronk. We're going around the room and saying some nice things. Are you surprised that Tom Brady lasted this long in the NFL?
It's not a surprise. It's just I've been seeing it firsthand with my eyes, his work ethic and how he takes care of himself. So yeah, I mean, it's like a saying my mom used to say. It must be maple syrup because butter don't drizzle like that.
Sorry, what does that mean exactly?
Syrup drizzles. Syrup drizzles. You got to make that play. And a stick of butter, it's a block. You got to put it in the microwave.
You know what? Actually, Gronk, we have another guest here. He's in the waiting room right now. He can hear everything that you were saying. I'm going to keep him there for now. I want you to speak from the heart. This is a man that has meant a lot to you in your career. So go ahead.
Yeah, I think, from the moment that I really met him, and he's a great man. He's a great leader. He's a great person. Got a great way about communicating the person he is. There's nobody that ever would say anything bad about BA. Love playing for him.
Oh, God. Oh, no. It looks like we lost him. I'm sure Bruce Arians is going to love hearing all of those things that you just said. That was very nice. Happy retirement, Tom. Great to see everybody.
Thank you.
Makes me sad.
It does.
I love Brady's reaction on that weird Gronk mom story.
You never know what Gronk is going to say. Yeah. You really never know what he's going to say. We love Gronk.
Because it drizzles.
Drizzles, like butter doesn't drizzle like that. Nope. I don't even know what he said. Next on Game Day View, Gatorade baths, national anthems, and the coin toss. Our best guesses for the most ridiculously fun props of Super Bowl 56 are after the break.
showtime! Ain't no better stage! Ain't no better stage!
Touchdown Cooper Kupp! Touchdown LA! Snap back to Garoppolo. Pocket crumbling. He spins out. He's hit. He flipped it forward. It's tipped. It's intercepted. What did we just witness?
Let's go! We going to the Super Bowl!
All right, time for quick picks, and this week it's the fun Super Bowl props. Look, we aren't experts on these, obviously, no one is, but let's live a little, people. Starting in the pre-game, incredible singer Mickey Guyton will sing the national anthem. I am told she's an incredible country singer, more or less than 2 minutes. I am going less. Oh, Cynthia, you're going more. Is it more because she's got maybe a little twang to her?
It's more because I Googled what she did last time she sang it, and it was under that amount. So I think that she's going to throw us all for a loop and be more.
All right.
Yeah. Like Cynthia, I did some research on this. She sung, yeah, I'm not all fashioned like Hawk, so I got to do the extra mile.
Yeah.
She is famous for singing short national anthems. That's her history.
And that's why I believe she's going to trick us all.
She's going to really... Whoa. Okay, on to the coin toss. The coin toss. Oh, my Lord, has the coin toss been talked about lately? Heads or tails? How could we possibly know? I'm going heads. Hawk, why are you going heads?
I'm going heads because there's a 50% chance that I'm right. I feel really good about that.
I love that we're 50-50 on this one, too.
Yeah, totally right.
It's so perfect that 2 of us pick head and 2 of us pick
I mean, the saying is literally tails never fail.
That's why I picked
What's
it, too.
your What's
That's
your
why
rhyme?
I picked it, too.
Heads is never deads.
Deads.
All those improv classes pay off.
Heads. You're the feds. Will a non-quarterback throw a touchdown pass? I'm going no.
No, that's no fun, Rick.
Hawk, are you going
I expect more out of you. I'm very disappointed in you for our last show that you chose no fun. I'm going fun. I'm going Odell Beckham. Look at that arm.
Right.
Opposite number.
How many touchdowns did he get on this play? And this is the best
He was
throw of his
saving it
life.
for the Super Bowl, Greg.
Okay.
Wow.
Tyler Boyd can throw a little bit, too.
McVay, you know he's going to be dialing it up. He's going to want to put some offensive,
Zach Taylor was a
wizardry.
quarterback.
We're going to see some kind of Philly special.
Was a quarterback.
Los Angeles
Philly
special.
special.
It's as
Inglewood
good of a reason
special.
as any.
Inglewood special. I
There it
like
is.
that, actually. Finally, which color Gatorade will be dumped on the winning coach? Orange?
Where are we shipping?
Blue, yellow. Hold on. Is this a sign of what's to come?
Uh-oh.
I was made fun of because I said lemon lime, and I'm glad I didn't have to pick a color. I would have said green. This is
lemon lime is
prop
yellow.
here that's really anti-colorblind people like myself.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Me and Greg are
so
both
now we're very
colorblind.
discriminating.
Yeah, it's not right. But orange is a color we can see, and I think that is what's going to be dumped on the winning coach.
What a job, the person that has to create the Gatorade on that day. So much pressure. What do they choose? What are the reasonings? Somebody's
I
got to
think
get
they're
down
told.
there and
I don't think they choose. I think somebody tells them, like, we want clues.
How could you not just go lemon lime all the time? That's just clearly.
Lemon lime.
I love rhymes. As it rhymes, he picks it.
All right, guys.
All the time.
Let's get to some Super Bowl picks. Not ours just yet, but who are the podcasters of the NFL taking in Super Bowl 56? Let's find out, starting with the guys from Move the Sticks. Take it away.
Hey, Game Day View friends. Move the Sticks team here with you. Rhett Lewis, Daniel Jeremiah, and Bucky Brooks live from our iHeartRadio podcast stage here on Radio Row. Great to be here. Get ready for the Super Bowl, guys. Let's make some picks here. DJ, start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to go with the Rams in this one, 34-31. I think it's a high-scoring game. I am going to kind of switch it up on the MVP. I was leaning towards Von Miller, but I'm actually
Give him another?
I'm actually going to go Cooper Kupp.
No,
as the
you
MVP.
can't. Wait.
Of the game.
Hold
Here's
on a
why.
second.
Here's why, Buck. I believe in Cooper Kupp. I've always known Cooper Kupp that this was going to be his day, his stage. I feel like I've been driving that bus. Others might want to come and jump in the back seat, but I feel like I've been driving that. Who do you like in the Super Bowl, Buck?
Look, man, I think you hit the nail on the head in terms of the Rams and being able to score points. And if the Rams score points, they're going to win the game because I believe this has an opportunity to get up to a bit boat race.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with the Rams. I'm going to say Rams 34-17, but I'm going to say the feel-good story of Matthew Stafford. I'm going to say Matthew Stafford becomes the MVP. There you go.
How about you, Rhett? What do you think?
What do you think, Brett? What you got?
I still remember the day, I don't know, like 10 years ago, where I come back from the Manning Passing Academy to tell DJ, you got to open up your notebook on this kid from Eastern Washington, Cooper Kupp. He even obviously neglects to forget that. I think so does Peter Schrager, but that's okay. So I am also going to go with the LA Rams winning this one. High-scoring affair again. I think I'm going to go 38.
Who you like as the MVP of this game, Rhett?
To 29. With Cooper Kupp.
Wow, that's a
winning the
Yeah,
MVP
not see that coming.
with 2 touchdown catches in this game. Give him a hundo receiving yards wise. What else? What do you got?
No, I just figured I just got to, next time I do my paper, I got to kind of cover it up a little bit so he's not cheating off me.
There you have it. Rams sweep here on Move the Sticks.
All right, Dan Hands is here along with Mark Sessler. Time for us to make our picks. Cincinnati's such a great story, Marky, but I can't do it. I think the LA Rams are just a better team, top to bottom, and it's their time too. So I have it close, 31-27, a big yardage day for Cooper Kupp, who caps one of the great seasons ever by a wide receiver. Let's say $150 and 2 scores, and he gets the MVP honors. How about you, buddy?
Well, it's great to be on this show. I hope my mom is watching on the second vehicle on the network. My pick is coming with a lot of gravity and importance. The Bengals are going to cap this off, Dan. I have it 19-16 in overtime. Evan McPherson closes an incredible postseason with a game-winning kick. Dan, we didn't include Greg in this segment, a classic addition by subtraction scenario. How do you feel?
I feel okay with it. And also, we're about to throw it back to Greg, who always tells me he wants to be solo on this program that you're watching right now. So back to you, Greg. I don't know if you have your way yet, but maybe next season.
You never know. I mean, this is the show I think that the people have always wanted. Game Day G. Just
no, it's just going to be called Just Greg
wait, you guys
next
are
year.
still here? You guys are here? Oh, that's
wow.
Just
Hands is in a jacket, by the way. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Nice.
Looks nice. He does.
like the split picks.
Thank you, all of you guys, for sending in your picks. Next on Game Day View, drinks are just as important as food on Super Bowl Sunday. Our perfect pairings for the big game are after this timeout. Just Greg.
Yeah, that's
You're coming back to Just Greg.
Just Greg the show.
Get your Super Bowl Sunday started with NFL Game Day morning, starting at 9 a.m. Eastern. Matthew Stafford looks to become the second Rams quarterback to win a Super Bowl. Before the biggest game of his life, he sits down with the first one to do it, R. Kurt Warner.
Being able to hoist the Lombardi and then eventually get a ring would be a dream come true.
Kurt also catches up with Joe Burrow as he tries to bring the Bengals their first championship. And Mooch has a highly caffeinated chat with Sean McVay to find out what he'll do differently in his second Super Bowl. We'll also look back at the last Super Bowl played in Los Angeles with some help from Jimmy Johnson, Emmitt Smith, and Frank Reich.
I'll never forget Michael and I walking out of the tunnel, and it was like, man, this
This is huge. All that plus appearances by Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube, Drew Barrymore, Shaq, Clayton Kershaw, Anthony Anderson, and more. And we'll be joined live on set by Mark Wahlberg and Channing Tatum. It's 8.5 hours of fun, and it all starts Super Bowl Sunday at 9 a.m. Eastern.
And breaking news, Cynthia and I are actually going to be the ones interviewing Channing Tatum, right? Cynthia, we can make that happen?
Yes.
Put in a word for the bosses. Yeah. It's time for a Perfect Pair, ignited by Smirnoff Vodka, number 21.
I've got my smoking jacket on.
Music. Yeah, I got a smoking jacket on, too. Does this count?
It's like velvet, it looked like.
Here's what we're feeling this weekend, guys. I am going to go first. I'm calling this the swag package. And it's, I know I only have 2 things here, but basically I'm just taking Joe Burrow over in everything. Cynthia talked about his rushing yards earlier. I'm having him over 276.5 passing yards and more than 1.5 passing touchdowns. I think he's going to have the best outfit. I think he's going to have the most swag. This is the swag package. Joe Burrow, balls out.
Can never turn down a swag pack, Rachel. I love that. My perfect pair, I'm going with more than 48.5 points, and both teams will score on the opening drive.
Oh, I love that.
We've had so many dates on this calendar throughout the year, more dates than we've ever had in the NFL season. So why not score in the big game? The very next day is Valentine's Day, and you got to show the love to these offenses on that opening drive, Greg. Do you feel me?
I feel you.
You always do, brother.
Cynthia, what do you like?
Wow, how do I follow that?
I don't know.
I'm going with like the quarterback special here. I have more than 1.5 passing touchdowns for both Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford. So combined, both will throw for at least 4 touchdowns. I think this one is really interesting, undervalued, and I actually think that each quarterback will also throw 1 pick. So if you add those all together, very interesting. But I think both, we're gonna keep it positive here. Both more than 1.5 touchdowns.
Greg.
Love it.
You know, Hawk talked a little earlier about scoring. You know how you set up that score? Throwing the ball over the middle to Tyler Boyd. I am preparing less than 48.5 points, but I'm going Tyler Boyd over 39.5 passing or receiving yards. This is a disrespectful number to a man. Good as Tyler Boyd. He could double this number up.
Double it up.
I'm so glad this didn't go in the direction of Aaron Donald, I have to say.
I'm so glad that this was the last time that we had to see Greg do this.
Oh, man. I'm going to miss it.
I'm going to miss it, too.
All off season, Greg.
Yeah.
You know, you can save it on your DVR and just play it all August long.
No, let's get out of this.
We call
Let's cut the music. Let's get out of this as soon as possible. That was Perfect Pair, ignited by Smirnoff Vodka, number 21. Try Smirnoff's The Huddle Mojito for a delicious and refreshing cocktail while home gating. Please drink responsibly. Okay. Next on Game Day View, the time has come. Who are we taking in Super Bowl 56? Find out after this timeout. The suspense. Woo!
Now they go deep down the field, and it is intercepted on the rebound by Bell. The Bengals come up with a crucial pick from 31 yards. McPherson. And Cincinnati is heading to the Super Bowl.
They're down and 1. Stafford, end zone caught. Got it. Touchdown Rams. And this great connection continues. Garoppolo under pressure. Donald got there in the air. Intercepted by the Rams. And they may ride to the Super Bowl on that.
The time has come. I know you guys have been waiting all show long to hear all of our picks. And here we go. Actually, do you guys want to what are you guys eating on Sunday? Any snacks? Any snacks planned?
Yeah, like wings, I think. Is a solid
pizza.
Okay, let's get to it.
Okay.
The time has come. Rams favored by 4. Hawk, you are going first. Pressure's on.
Pressure is on, but this is an easy one. I got the Cincinnati Bengals winning the Super Bowl. The score is 30-24. Listen, this team, I know people have them as the underdog. I know they're saying they're outmatched talent-wise, but we've seen this so many times this season. They weren't supposed to beat the people within their division. They weren't supposed to win their division. They definitely weren't supposed to beat their rivals twice. I didn't even see it coming. And they just kept doing it. They went to Tennessee and won. They beat Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs on the road in overtime. The train does not stop here. This is an incredible Cinderella story, and the Bengals will be hoisting the Lombardi.
Oof. Love it. Well said.
Love it. Yeah. Well, look, I have the Rams by 1 single.
Wow.
Right in the needle in the season finale. Love it.
Y'all had it out of its mind.
Horrible photo.
Everyone knows the threat when they see one, Cynthia.
But look, listen, you told me you liked my jacket before the show.
I loved your jacket.
Thread the needle.
I'm still going with that. But look, when it comes down to it, they've been defying the odds, but part of that is not sustainable because you have that much defensive pressure for such a long amount of time. And even Joe Burrow, who is awesome, and I think I likened him to like Tesla stock back in like 2010, which is like a very high praise for a nerdy math person like me. But at the end of the day, I do think at some point that defensive pressure just becomes unsustainable.
Wow. All right, Just Greg, what are you going with?
All right, I struggled with this pick, and then I thought to myself, because I've never played football, and it's tough. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard that. And I thought, like, who do I know that has played football? Maybe I should look to some wisdom from him.
Hey, Greg, I don't know if you know this, but I used to play in the NFL. I'm not going homer here because I am a former Patriot. Everyone knows about my career with the Patriots because I played in the NFL, guys.
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
Just,
it's taking a little while to bring it
I haven't mentioned that in a while.
You played football?
I played. I played in the NFL. I was there for at least 4 weeks. It was the best 4 weeks that anybody had ever seen in New England.
I know you're new to the show, but Hawk played football.
I played in the NFL.
He likes to bring that up.
Yeah, that's a really big deal here. Put a montage of me playing for both of these teams so we could just sit here and just marvel. And then
you played football?
Yeah, you didn't know I played in the NFL?
I'm taking notes now.
Did you know he played football?
I did. That's just like
he brings it up every once in a while. Okay, we get it. It's like Hawk played in the league. Cynthia went to school with everyone.
I haven't paid for my
I'm just a
degree yet.
doofus.
We're hitting like the game debut bingo. Hawk's now mentioned he's a player and his friends like 5 different times in the show.
Doofus.
I mean, what am I gonna do? Am I gonna go against the one guy who played football? No, I'm not. I'm going with the guy who played on the Bengals. I have the Bengals winning a lower score game here, 23-21, with Kick Fearson getting it done at the very end. I can see the Rams leading in this game in the fourth quarter, and I can see the Bengals believing in themselves. And maybe the Rams playing a little too conservative, and the Bengals playing like they have nothing to lose and changing the world. This Joe Burrow train is not stopping.
Wow.
I love it.
That's amazing. I mean, how can I go against a former player? His knowledge of the game. We always talk about being at the game. There's nothing
I've been to more games than anybody.
You've actually been on the field and played the game. So I'm going Bengals as well, 27-24. It's just too great of a story. We were robbed of the greatness that Joe Burrow could have had last year with his injury. He just had comeback player of the year. We're finally getting to experience this incredible superpower of football.
Did you hear that noise?
No, what was it?
I think it was
I think we have a new graphic. It's the Super Prime.
That noise is hilarious.
I thought that was Cynthia's brain going. I'm like, she's doing it.
There we go. It is time for Destined for Greatness, fueled by Gatorade. Greatness starts with So those were our Super Bowl picks, but who is winning MVP? I'm going to continue this train, the Joe Burrow train.
Love it.
I think he wins MVP. Like I said, I think we were robbed of greatness last year, and he's shown us everything that he's got. And then some. He's going to have the cigars out, baby.
I'm with you, Rachel.
Look at this kid.
I'm going Joe Burrow, too. The cigars are definitely going to be out. He's going to be, I think, the 5th player ever to win the Heisman and the Super Bowl MVP. And as he would say from the dance, get the gat, because it's going, baby. It is.
I'm looking at Cooper Kupp
on
in
that
this
thing.
matchup. You obviously have to pick someone from the winning team. So I get Cooper Kupp. Okay, you guys are letting me have him?
All right.
Fine by me. I'll take it. I think this guy showed us that everybody and their brother knew he was open, and he still got the ball, came up with all the touchdowns, was a Triple Crown leader, won the MVP, or won the Offensive Player of the Year. Gonna do it here too.
Great choice. And yet you look at the number there, plus 550 for Cooper Kupp. Why is Jamar Chase plus 2,500? Put some respect on the best rookie wide receiver since Randy Moss. Look, Joe Burrow's more likely to win it, but Jamar Chase has been so good, he could have a monster day, and I love the value here at plus 2,500.
Hey guys, that is our last show of the season. Thank you to everyone who watched this. I believe that there was a fan that yelled at Hawk the other day that said that he loved it so much.
One of my neighbors walking his dog said, "What's up?"
Walking the dog. Thank you to everybody who works on this show. You guys are so awesome. This has been such a pleasure.
One more for the road.
Here we go. Enjoy the Super Bowl, everybody.
Oh, it was a terrible throw at me.
Oh, God.
Sorry.
It's just Greg next year.
It's just Greg.